Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good morning, I'm Taylor Upchurch. Today is Sunday, March 17th. Nearly 250 people helped keep Dewey Lake clean yesterday morning. Since the early 1990s, this cleanup effort has grown each year. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher caught up with the cleaners to learn more.
Cleaning up the campgrounds.
Clean up our trails, our lake shore, and just basically get our park really ready and trash free for our busy season coming up for the summer.
Park naturalist Trinity Shepard started his Saturday a different way.
So this is our chance to give back to the resource, which is our state park here at Jenny Wiley. And it's just very important that we pass this down from generation to generation.
Driving around to make sure more than 230 volunteers are safe.
Here's pieces.
They're cleaning up Dewey Lake and the surrounding area.
To teach our kids in the next generation, hey, you know, we need to keep things clean, not throw our trash down.
Girl Scouts Troop 5185 helped in the efforts.
There's some people that litter all the time, and we just want to help clean up.
With around 1 million visitors each year, garbage can pile up fast. They say trash harms the wildlife in and out of the lake.
It can harm animals, it can get in rivers, harm fishes.
At the end of the day, volunteers did not go home with an empty stomach or hand.
And of course, that's going to get them a free t-shirt and complimentary cookout in the campground at noon.
Picking up pollution.
Give a hoot, then don't pollute.
In Floyd County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Volunteers cleaned up around 15 to 20 tons of garbage. And we have an update to pass along. People can now make it through the confluence area of Leslie County. Here is what the area looked like just a couple weeks ago. Water was over most of Kentucky 257, and many families were trapped inside their homes. Once the water went down, road workers still had to clear debris like branches and trash off the road. Many people living nearby told us this was the worst flooding they had ever seen. And let's check in with meteorologist Paige Noel for a look at your forecast this morning. Paige, what can folks expect this morning?
Well, they can expect to see those mostly sunny skies really throughout the day and a little bit of those cooler temperatures early this morning. But check this out, not a cloud in the sky on our Stonecrest camera. And as we look at Jackson, we're seeing much of the same story. Those temperatures into the lower 30s, but you see plenty of sunshine to go around. And really, those temperatures are anywhere from those mid to upper 20s to lower 30s. Definitely going to need that heavier jacket if you are headed out early this morning and going to church. Really going to warm up to about those mid to upper 50s. Those winds out of the southwest will hopefully keep us pretty warm today. Mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day as a low pressure system and a cold front actually moves into our area. Now that'll keep us dry for most of the day, but can't rule out a stray shower or two, especially for our northern counties. But sunshine for the most part continues throughout the day and into your Monday. We do see some cooler temperatures behind that weak front that moves in. We also have some scattered rain chances in the forecast. We'll talk about that and more coming up in just a little bit.
Officials say a death investigation is underway after a woman was found shot in Whitley County. The coroner tells us the woman was pronounced dead at Baptist Health Hospital in Corbin. We will continue to update you on WYMT.com as we learn more. And Knox County deputies arrested a woman after they found drugs and more than $6,000 in the car she was driving yesterday afternoon. A deputy watched Paula Rourke from London, Kentucky, drive a car through a stop sign on Kentucky 3439 in Barberville. Deputies searched the car she was driving and found 20 Suboxone strips and bags of Neurontin. Deputies charged Rourke with several drug-related charges. And KSP held their second annual ATV ride to raise money for their Shop with a Trooper event. More than 400 people participated in yesterday's event. KSP hosts several fundraisers throughout the year to raise money to buy toys and food for children and families in need during the holiday season.
This ride is going to benefit our Shop with a Trooper program with our KSPPA District 13. Every year we take kids Christmas shopping as well as give out turkey dinners for Thanksgiving.
After the 5-hour ride, participants met back up for a dinner and a raffle to close out the night. And neighbors say they heard a loud explosion just moments before Lilly Fire and Rescue was called to a house fire. Here is a video a viewer sent us. It happened at the Park Hills Road and Pace Lane intersection Friday night. West Knox Fire Rescue helped extinguish the fire. Corbin Police Department and Kentucky State Police were also on scene. Officials say there are no injuries reported at this time. And the Kentucky Court of Appeals overturned a $21.7 million judgment against a helicopter company regarding a crash that killed 3 people in 2013. A federal investigation blamed the crash on pilot error, but 8 family members of the victims blamed the crash on a defect in the main rotor blade of the helicopter. A Clay County jury sided with the victims' families. And a Kentucky man accused of installing a video camera in a family's bathroom now faces additional felony charges. The Messenger-Inquirer reports 41-year-old Ryan C. Lloyd is now charged with promoting a sexual performance by a minor, along with other charges. Police say a family hired Lloyd to fix a light fixture, and a few days later, the family discovered a camera wired to the light. And a former West Virginia official pleaded guilty to embezzling thousands of dollars from the West Virginia Magistrate Association. The Charleston Gazette Mail reports former Magistrate Julie Yeager pleaded guilty on Friday to charges of felony embezzlement and fraudulent schemes. She is scheduled to be sentenced April 26th and could face up to 10 years in prison. And there are new allegations in the college admissions scandal involving Yale University. Hollywood stars Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin are among at least 33 parents that have been charged so far. Carter Evans has more.
The investigation into the college admissions scandal appears to be widening at Yale. After a school soccer coach was indicted for accepting bribes, Yale's president now says the college is conducting its own review to learn whether others have been involved in activities that have corrupted the athletic recruitment and admissions process. On Friday, actress Felicity Huffman was back in court with her husband, William H. Macy. She's accused of paying $15,000 to have someone correct her daughter's answers on the SAT.
Here you go. These are on the house.
Earlier this week, the Hallmark Channel cut ties with actress Lori Loughlin after she and her husband, designer Massimo Giannulli, allegedly paid $500,000 to get their 2 daughters into USC.
I don't really care about school.
Their daughter, Olivia Jade, a social media influencer, lost deals with Sephora and Tresemme.
Are you angry?
I am furious.
Jared Franco is a student at UCLA, where a soccer coach was arrested after allegedly accepting bribes to help an applicant get admitted.
What do you think should happen to these kids?
I think that they should still face the consequences and be reevaluated or have their admissions revoked.
This idea of college admissions being a meritocracy, a pure meritocracy, it's just not true.
Arun Panasamy is a former college admissions officer.
How do these schools rebuild the trust in their admission systems?
I think they're going to have to increase the transparency. It just feels far too mysterious how they make their decisions.
Lawsuits filed this week target both parents and colleges accused in the scandal. One mother is seeking $500 billion in damages after her son was rejected from several schools named in the scam, including right here at UCLA. Carter Evans, CBS News, Los Angeles.
A Cincinnati public schools teacher who acknowledged putting duct tape over students' mouths to discipline them resigned. District spokeswoman Lauren Worley says the teacher resigned in January. The teacher taught math at Clark Montessori High School and Hughes STEM High School and worked for the district since 2015. At least 3 students told officials their mouths were taped shut. And spreading the love one stitch at a time. Yesterday, a Central Kentucky nonprofit had a goal to get almost 400 blankets ready for children in need. Members of Project Linus are sewing blankets for children in need during their annual Make a Blanket Day. The blankets are going to infants and children up to 18 years old. Those making the blankets hope they provide some comfort to the children.
For children who are sick or traumatized, they're in the hospital, they're going through unbelievable procedures, they've been through abuse.
What a sweet thing to do. The blankets will now go to local children's hospitals and charities. And I hope many of you plan to wear green today, like me, because it is finally St. Patrick's Day. Some folks in Chicago started celebrating early last night. Here is some video of the Chicago River being dyed green. What a sight! It's an annual tradition to dye the water green before March 17th. Officials say the coloring they use is safe for the environment. And coming up on Mountain News this morning, according to the IRS statistics, little attention is being paid to audits. Find out why from Jill on Money.
And a weak cold front will move in later today and provide cooler temperatures for your Monday. Those details coming up in just a few short minutes.